Hello, I would like to talk about one of my hobbies, painting. Okay, so reading is my hobby, listening to the music is my hobby, going to the hiking and to see the beautiful alpine flower is my hobby, and all kinds of hobbies, but painting started when I was about 10 years old or less than that, like 7 years old maybe. And because of my family, I think my sisters and my brother somehow established their hobby as a painters. You know, painters means like a watercolor, mostly watercolor painting, and or drawing the figures and all stuff. So I grew up in that kind of a family, and early on I started to do that, and I liked it. So when I was at elementary school, all the other kids playing games and playing the outside footballs or baseballs or whatever, running around, right? I was alone and going to the nearby river bank and started to like a sketching, you know, with a crayon, crayons, sometimes watercolors, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought I would become an artist, and but you know, of course, you know that never exists. And some of my brothers and sisters, I think, aspiring artists too. And my elder sister, one of my elder sister, did art for a while. It's abstract art, and also that's in New York City. And one of the other sisters, I think her passion for painting, it was like early on, like when she was like a junior high, high school, she was very, very good. But after a while, she kind of, I don't think she gave up, but her, you know, interest changed to the other world. But anyway, so I grew up in a kind of family, and I started to aspire myself to be an artist, right? Okay, and so when I got in adults, I took a lesson, and I realized, wow, you know, you know, my field was engineering, right? Okay, so it's tremendously. When I took a course, for example, at community college, it was tremendously fun and tremendously. I was absorbing whatever I learned, like a perspective, how to do perspective. I didn't know anything about that, and I learned it, and it's so satisfying. And I started to take lesson from this artist I admire at the time. I was probably about already 35-ish, you know, or maybe 40-ish. And I started to take a lesson, and she told me, "Hey, Kaz, you don't know anything. You're not so good, but you have to learn. I told you many, many times the values. Do you understand values?" And I thought I was understanding values, but I didn't. And she told me again and again what the value is. And the value is like a, you know, dark and light, these differences. And even though your paints are colorful, you put the same values. I think if you emphasize the values in the thing that you are painting, you know, realistic painting, what I'm trying to say, I think abstractly it's probably the same way too, a little bit. But the realist painting become alive, because when you squint your eyes and see the you know, almost like a black and white, you know, type of seeing things, and then you see what the value means, what the value is. So that's one of the most important things when you create the art you like. So I did that for a while. Then of course, you know, my life got topsy-turvy, very busy. I got married, and you know, tremendously busy. And you know, of course, I stopped doing that. And so now I'm retired, so I like to go back there, that hobby. But then again, there's lots of other things that you got in, you got into. I think one of the thing is reading books. Reading books is like you spend time. You're like a Sunday, for example. You have to start to read books, and the whole day you read books just sitting there. Okay, so that's the reading, but you tremendously transported to the other world, and you value that particular experience. Exercise, you don't have much time to do exercise, especially this coronavirus rampaging the whole world. You don't have opportunity to go to gym or even outside. You cannot run because of the people look at you when you don't have a mask on. Very, very funny way to look at you when you're running, puffing, huffing. And so it's very, very difficult to do exercise. And painting, I think it's viable. I think it's a very, very good hobby. And Winston Churchill, after his retirement, when he gets much, much older, he started to paint. And I think he really, really enjoyed it. So I like to become like that, and I kind of seek for the opportunity. But even as of age of 72, don't have time. Even though I'm retired, and gosh, I don't have time because of the situation right now. I mean, I don't have time to do that. The reading books, I don't have time to do that. But somehow, I think I do a soul search, what I should be doing when you have absolutely freedom to do anything you want. You don't have to worry about financial thing. You don't have to worry about what to eat, and you're comfortable, and you have a tremendous time of your own discretion. And then I think I will start to invest my time on painting. And maybe I would do watercolor first because it's easy and no cancer causing. But I really like to do oil painting, and I like to do that. In the past, I did mostly watercolor, and I did try to sell my watercolor, and I put maybe I put too much high price. Nobody bought it, but later on somebody got interested, and even though I give it to you, but no, I have to pay something, and so that type of things happen, and but I accumulated so many paintings in the past, like a study of when I was taking courses and the lesson from this lady how to paint oil painting. I saw at the time tremendously valuable, tremendously beautiful stuff I created. But after a while, it got, this big and so many things I cannot carry around whenever I move around. I move around to one place to the other and one house to the other all the time because of the circumstances. And so somehow I saw one day that when I was moving, all these went to, not in the donations or anything, it went to the trash bin. And how sad that is, but that's okay. I think that's my own experience. And for a while, because I was carrying around, because that was very important, and I, once in a while I looked at it and I was, why, it's nice. I like it, and but that's all gone. But my real passion, if somebody asks me, what is your real passion is, if you have absolutely freedom to do anything you want, while going to traveling, so forth, but that, assuming you have money, right? Well, suppose you have some money, but not so much money, then I will take painting as my most enjoyable hobby. And in my mind, if I do try to sell the art to somebody who likes and make money, and that's tremendously attractive, right? Well, okay, because I have my own income, and I don't have to work under anybody. I don't have to work like a drudgery type of the labor, and I don't have to do that, and I don't have to hear anybody telling you what to do, how to do. You have own freedom to do your own creation, artistic creation. So I really like to do that, but I hope that time will come before I get Alzheimer's, or I get the dementia, or my arm doesn't move, or my shoulder doesn't move, my eyesight, I cannot see. That time will come, right, later. Well, before that time, I would like to try. So please allow me to hope for this opportunity. And this is, as you know, this is my painting, but this is a copy of Winslow Homer, the famous watercolor painting. And I hang this to remind me, well, this is not really a Winslow Homer, this is my work, and I loved it. I admire his skill, Winslow Homer's skill to create this composition, this value, this dark part and the light part, and this free flowing watercolor technique. So I really like to do that. Okay, this is my few cents in December. Bye.